Why some people charge 10 times more for the very same thing. Two people sell almost the very same thing. One of them charges $50 and still begs for clients. The other charges $5,000 and quietly keeps a waiting list. It is not the product, and it is not even who is more talented. Something invisible is happening inside the buyer's head every single time that money quietly changes hands. Behind every yes and behind every no, there is one hidden equation running. Once you can actually see it, you can never unsee it again, and you can learn to bend it. Learn it, and you stop competing on price, and you start naming your price instead. So let us slowly draw the actual machine that runs behind the simple word yes. Because in the very end, it all really comes down to just one single thing, and you must never forget it. Build an offer so good that they would feel genuinely stupid saying no. So here it is. Value equals the dream they want, multiplied by the odds it will work, divided by the time it takes, and the effort that it quietly costs them. 4 simple levers. 2 on the top you push up, 2 on the bottom you push down. Move any of them, and the value inside their mind moves right along with it. Now notice the one thing that is missing here. Price. Price is not on this scale at all. People never truly refuse a price, they only ever refuse a bad deal. When the value towers high above the price you ask, saying no feels stupid. When it does not, no discount anywhere on earth will ever be enough to save that sale. So you never really win by cutting your price down. You win by cranking these 4 levers instead. Let us take them now, carefully, one single lever at a time. Lever 1, the dream. Nobody actually wants a drill, they want the hole. Nobody wants your service either, they want the better life waiting on the far side of it. So stop selling the thing that you actually do. Sell the destination they ache to reach, painted so clearly and so vividly that they can already feel themselves standing inside it. And always aim at a real, bleeding problem. The deeper that the pain runs, the higher the price climbs. Name their pain better and more sharply than they can name it themselves. A vitamin is very easy to skip on a busy day. A painkiller is not. So become the painkiller for the one thing that genuinely keeps them awake at night. So always hold on to that very first lever, above everything else you do. People never truly want the drill, they want the hole. So sell them the dream, never the drill. Lever 2, the odds that it actually works. People do not really buy the very best thing at all. They buy the one thing they truly believe will work, specifically for them. Doubt is the real thing that quietly kills the sale. Every small fear in their head drags the value down. Your whole job is to make winning feel completely inevitable. So show them real, undeniable proof. Real people, with a real before and a real after. Clever, polished, and expensive adjectives every single time. Then take the risk fully off the table. A bold guarantee quietly says, if this does not work for you, then you do not pay. You carry the fear, so they don't. Now the 2 bottom levers, the hidden costs. Lever 3 is time. Every single day between yes and the result is one more quiet reason to say, not right now. People do not only want the dream itself, they want it soon. The longer the waiting drags on, the heavier the doubt grows, and the lower the value quietly feels. So shorten the whole road for them. Give them a fast first win, something they can actually feel in days, not years. Speed itself is a feature. You can absolutely sell the same exact destination in half the time, and the value in their mind quietly doubles. People will happily pay a serious premium just to skip past all of that waiting. Lever 4, the effort. Every hard step you hand to the buyer is one more place where they can quit, and one more reason to never even begin in the first place. They do not secretly want to do the work. They want the result, just without the grind. So lift that whole grind off their shoulders and carry the heavy part yourself. Do it yourself is always cheap. Done with you is worth more. Done for you is worth the very most. The less they have to lift, the more the whole thing is worth. Remove the confusing steps. Remove the guesswork. Hand them a path so simple and so obvious that somehow failing it starts to feel almost impossible to do. So lower the effort, shorten the time, raise the dream, and raise the odds. The very same offer you started with suddenly becomes something they simply cannot walk away from. Now you can finally see why so many people stay broke doing genuinely good work. They sell a commodity, the very same gray thing that everyone else around them is selling. When every option looks identical, The buyer is left with only one question. Which one of these is the cheapest? And just like that, you are dragged into a race downward. And there is no real bottom to that race. Someone is always willing to go broke just a little faster than you are. Cheap is never a real plan, it is a trap. The only escape is to become a category of one. Not slightly better than them, but genuinely different, so that there is simply nothing left to compare you against at all. When there is no comparison left, the words too expensive simply vanish. There is only one question now. Do I want this or not? That is where the real money lives. So please stop trying to win simply by being a little bit cheaper than everybody else. That race has no real winner at all. Do not be cheaper than them. Be different. Here is the move that quietly scares people the most. Charge more. Not just a little more, a lot more. The price itself completely changes how the whole thing is seen. A high price quietly says, "This is valuable," long before you ever say a word. And the buyer who paid a lot actually shows up, does the real work, and genuinely wins. Cheap buyers expect very little, and so they do very little. Premium buyers commit fully, so charging more does not only pay you more, it quietly makes your results better too. But none of this works without the one thing underneath everything else. A starving crowd. The right hungry market beats a brilliant pitch every single time. So go and find the people in real, genuine pain, the ones with both the money and the urgency to fix it. Then point this entire machine straight at them. Now you stack it all into one offer they cannot refuse. Start with the core, the dream, made believable, fast, and easy. Then you add fuel. 1. A real, genuine guarantee. Take the risk off their shoulders and put it onto yours. Confidence sells, and it drops their fear all the way down to 0. 2. Honest scarcity and honest urgency. A real limit and a real deadline. Someday is just the quiet place where good intentions go to lie down and die. 3. Bonuses that crush whatever doubts are still left standing. For every reason they could hesitate, you hand them a new reason that erases it instantly. 4. Give the whole thing a name. A named offer feels real, like a true system, not just my service. Something they can ask for, out loud, by name. Stack all of that together, and the whole question quietly flips. It is no longer, is this even worth it? It becomes, how could I possibly ever say no? You never get rich being the cheapest option on the shelf. You get rich being the obvious choice. The one offer that makes saying no feel like the mistake. So here is the whole thing, distilled down into one last line for you to carry from today. Stop competing on price, raise the value, and then go name your price. If this rewired how you see money, subscribe now. We draw a new one of these every week, turning the hidden rules of wealth into something you can see. Because building the offer itself is only ever half of the whole game. Next time, we will show you how to get it in front of a flood of exactly the right people. How one single dollar of attention can quietly return one buyer, or 100 of them. That is the exact moment an ordinary offer quietly turns into a real empire. Raise the value. Name your price. We will see you next week.